You talk about who's going to be the next general manager. You talk a lot about what situation they're adopting. We talked about the salary cap. There's going to be a ton of money to spend should they find the free agent pieces that they want to sign. Many of those could come from this roster. There's 20 guys who are on the 49ers roster in 2016 who are free agents, so the list is long. But there are a couple of guys that are very notable when you go through the list. Obviously, Jeremy Curley, who led the team with 64 catches for 667 through the air. He's going to be a top candidate to bring back.
Yeah, punt returner as well, and kickoff experience there as well. So Jeremy Curley, a slot receiver, and someone who wildly exceeded expectations coming into the 49ers this season.
Blaine Gabbert, a free agent. He's been the number 2 quarterback the last couple of years. Started the season as the 49ers number 1 in 2016. Sean Drone, who went up and down from the team's number 2 to number 3 running back this year, really finished strong. You continue down the list. Phil Dawson, another big name, 18 of 21 on his field goal attempts this year. And Christian Potter is another really interesting name. Him and Thad Lewis. Thad Lewis was one of the first guys brought here by Chip Kelly, tore his ACL. We don't really know what he's all about, but he's still continuing to rehab. We saw him basically throughout the season in the locker room going about his business. Christian Ponder, a couple great preseason performances, a wild card there. See what the new regime elects to do with him.
That's 3 out of 4 quarterbacks.
Well. That is 3 out of 4 quarterbacks. Then Colin Kaepernick and the team obviously deciding what they want to do going forward as well. So when you talk about 3 names, let's go back to Jeremy Curley, a guy who wasn't on this roster until about a week before the season started. Traded from the Detroit Lions, spent his first part of his career with the New York Jets. Brandon Thomas, a great trade from Trent Baalke to get Jeremy Curley, and he was a fantastic addition from week 1. Again, 64 catches, 667 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns. See a couple of great catches on the highlight reel. That one included with that toe tap in Miami. What were your impressions of Jeremy Curley?
Yeah, you know, one thing is on the field, the production we saw with 2 different quarterbacks. He connected really well with Blaine Gabbert early on. He was Blaine's number 1 target by far. And then the quarterback changed midway through the year to Colin Kaepernick. Took some time for him and Kaepernick to get on the same connection he had with Gabbert. But Jeremy Curley is a quarterback's dream. He gets open. He's a shifty guy. He gets out in the open field, runs great routes from the slot. And you saw he's a player that is great in the locker room, was very serious about his craft, very willing to get better and try to push and help this team finish the year strong. And so I think it'd be a great opportunity for Jeremy Curley to come back and solidify that slot role and the punt return duties, which we know is very important with him. No muff punts, no fumbles. He's very secure at fielding punts as well.
One of my favorite things about Jeremy Curley is just his demeanor. I mean, such a calm dude, just goes about his business. When he's going back to catch punts, he's just standing there waiting for it, call fair catch. He's got guys breathing down his neck and calm, cool, and collected in the face of pressure. He'll be a name to watch, as is Quentin Patton, the 4th-year receiver, 37 catches, 408 yards. Those are both career highs for him. End of the year on IR with a foot injury. And we talk about special teams. As a gunner, he's one of the best in the league. A name to watch, Taylor.
Yeah, you talk about locker room personalities, and you need somebody that sort of stirs the drink and gets the energy going at practice in the locker room. And Quentin Patton, his energy is infectious. It rubs off on every single person around here, whether it's staff, it's coaches, it's players. You need a guy who loves his job, who loves his craft. And you see Quentin Patton out here getting an opportunity to play more than he's ever had in his football career. You're running zone read plays with him, sweeps. He can do a lot catching the football. Quentin Patton is a weapon for whatever coaching staff comes in here. If they choose to re-sign him, they can do a lot of different things. A chess piece, you might want to call him.
And then Uncle Phil. I mean, the guy just continues to be a consummate pro. Had 18 of 21 this season.
Still got it.
Still got it. And he said after the season, after Week 17 that lost to Seattle, he said, I know this year confirming me that I've still got plenty left. It's just going to be a family decision. He's going to go home to Austin, take plenty of time. There is no rush. It's what he alluded to, and he'll make the decision. Does he want to play again? Is that something he wants, to put his family through? It obviously is a lot on his family. They stay out in Texas, keeping the kids in school while he's out here. So we'll see what Uncle Phil optimally decides to do. Should he retire, he'd be a guy that we both feel very thankful we got to work with.
Well, for, yeah.
Work for.
CEO, yeah. Why not?
CEO.
Yeah, I would love to see it. I would love to see him continue his career. One of those moments that I really can't forget from the Week 17 game here against Seattle was Phil walking off the field with his 2 boys. They were there to watch him play. Potentially maybe his last game in the NFL, last game for the 49ers. We don't know for sure, but we're all hopeful that Phil Dawson will continue his kicking career, maybe his cooking career also, continue kicking here in the Bay Area for the 49ers. He's definitely a player to watch in this free agency process.
At some point, we're going to work for Phil Dawson. I think that's what's on our minds here.
Yeah.